for the game. For the game. Why put him in that situation? Why put his teammates in that environment? It's going to be more environment as it is. So I thought that was a good decision by the league.
So as a former head coach, kind of what would your steps be addressing a team after a situation kind of like that?
You know, it's interesting. I think I thought through that a lot. I think the first thing you walk into the locker room and talk to them about it, this is unacceptable. This is not how did this happen. We're better than this. We understand that our actions not only impact us, but they impact the institution, the league, every players that play here, the image of our program. And then, I would. It's a learning experience. It's a lesson. It's a very painful lesson. The hardest thing is I don't know Silvio. I do know David. I don't know the other players involved, but the image is awful. The one thing that's surprising, and I think there's something you have to address. It's great that no one was hurt, but that doesn't just because no one was injured doesn't make it any less severe. But I would address my team and basically say, this is a horrendous reflection on who we are, what we stand for, our priorities, and it's impacted so many more people than just us in a lot of ways. And I thought Bill was great. I thought in a lot of ways it was cowardly and embarrassment, and something that unfortunately is going to be with him for a long time. Because let's face it, they've got a magnificent team, and we're talking about this. And who knows what's going to happen. Jade, you made a great point in the piece you wrote yesterday about let's make sure that these kids who are, because this is going to impact them for a long period of time, get the help and the support that they need. We see enough with mental health issues, I wouldn't say mental health issues, but we see enough of the issues that come from situations like this that just making sure that they get the support they need.
Jay, there is a game tomorrow. Do you like this matchup and anything you're looking forward to seeing?
Well, both teams are really good defensively. That's both. Tennessee is far better defensively than they are on the offensive end. They do a very good job of limiting production in the paint. So it's going to be a challenge. I mean, Kansas does a great job of getting the ball into the paint, both off the dribble and throwing it inside. And the more they can move around the Tennessee defense, and then move Azubuike into the post. If they just throw it into him when he's stationary, then he's subject to getting double teamed, and that's where there can be issues. But Kansas is the better team, but as you know, the better team doesn't always win. Tennessee has size, and they have a very good front line, and their big guys are mobile. They can really run, and they can move their feet. But I don't think their guards, they don't shoot it as well as Kansas does, and their guards are not quite as proficient with the ball. Tennessee turns it over a lot, so you have to expect that Kansas is going to go after them and force them to handle the ball.
How do you feel about what President Emmerich said at the NCAA convention about the pay for likeness for these student athletes?
Well, I think the NCAA has made it clear that they're not going to do this, that they're claiming that it's incredibly complicated and how difficult this all is. And the way you know that is they say that, well, we would like to allow the players' name, image, and likeness rights as long as it fits within the collegiate model, which is a made-up term. Well, what they're really saying is we'd like to allow the players unlimited showers as long as no one ever gets wet. It's ridiculous. And so they're going to slow play this for as long as possible. And my guess is that they'll sue the state of California and try to slow some of the legislative efforts that have taken place. But it's really pretty simple. All the NCAA has to do is allow players, all athletes, to earn or accept whatever they can in the marketplace. And if there are any restrictions, the restriction should be on the schools and school personnel. You are allowed to provide this, this, or this. So that way, if they say, hey, the schools can't provide it, great. But outside the free market, the player should be just like every other student and every other person. There's no restriction on any other student, non-athlete student. They can be enrolled in school and earn or accept whatever they can in the marketplace, including be employees of the university. There's no restriction on students being employees. That's another made-up thing. But I wouldn't hold my breath that the NCAA is going to get this together in short order.
On the slide here. So you saw KU in person at Champions Classic. How different do they look now from when you saw them back in the day?
Well, they took better care of the basketball for sure. Bob Dotson's been absolutely terrific. And I love when he's actually getting and pushing pace, both after misses and makes. And I think his big dynamic in the organization allows for open opportunities for everyone. So when he's attacking, it allows Christian Brown to be able to get some wide open looks, and he's been able to knock them down. Look at a guy like Isaiah Moss, not great off the dribble, but more Devon Dotson can get the lane and make plays. It opens up opportunities for him as well.
Both of you guys have played big-time college basketball. What makes this place so special?
Well, I never had the privilege of playing here, but the one and only time I was here was calling a game here. Actually, Seth's brother, Brad, was the head coach at Bradford at that time. It was my first time in camera. Yeah, and what I was moved by is 90 minutes, the weather was like last night, actually. Wind howling, it's about 5 degrees. And about 60 minutes before the game, I could hear sound outside of my headphones. So I took my headphones off to just kind of take it in. And I can hear the Rock Chalk Jayhawk just kind of moving through the building. And even as I think about it now, I still get goosebumps about it. And so the history, the legacy, the players, the coaches that have played here makes this place an extraordinary place. I'm excited to take it in for game day tomorrow.
Allen Fieldhouse is the St. Andrews of basketball. It's basically the birthplace of the game in so many ways. And if you want to go, if you care about the history of the game, everything starts here in Lawrence at Allen Fieldhouse. It's a gem, and you know, to me, it's one of the places you have to go if you love this game. It's one of the places you have to go. Like people who think all golf courses are the same, they all have 18 holes and all that stuff. They're not the same, and this is one of the great venues in all the sports.